Alright, here we go. Wait a minute. Oh, this is like the start. Hold on. Okay. Huh. What the heck are we about to see? This is such an interesting conflict. I don't know. I cannot remember the last game that I've played where the storytelling was so deep.
Well, look who's here.
Hi.
How are you doing, silly?
Oh, he's all burned.
Still on the search?
I think I know where to find it.
Is that so? Honestly, I find that a little hard to believe. But I guess you know what you're doing, don't you? You always did. Come on, let's go inside. I prepared a little surprise. Or should I say a big one? I suppose that depends on how you look at it.
He's all burned. That's cool. That's a cool. That's just cool. I don't know what else to say. It's just cool. Is everything else the same? Nope, I can't pick up the knife this time. That looks the same. Somebody else sitting there now. Oh. Was that there last time? That's an uncomfortable picture.
Ta-da-da-da! Look who I dug out. It's Mother and little sister.
Yeah?
Aren't they beautiful?
Aren't we beautiful? Aren't we beautiful?
But I suppose what we dead people do doesn't concern you now, does it, my child? Because you are important now. Ha! Can you believe it? He's important now. He is chosen.
Chosen.
Stop.
But, you know, I think you've forgotten something.
I hate it.
Amidst all this ballyhoo of prophecies, cleansings, and beacons, that you are weak, you are pathetic, you are worthless, and you are weak. That's what you were back then. That's what you are now. And that's what you'll always be. Saving lives? You? Ridiculous! But then again, maybe we do you wrong. So why don't you just tell us? Why you? Why should you, of all people, be the solution to the problem? Why should you be able to prevent something that has happened to mankind for thousands of years? You!
I don't know, Father.
That's right. You don't know. Because you are a stupid, dirty brat. A murdering, stupid brat and nothing else.
Good Lord.
See?
I hate this.
You did it again. You made me unhappy.
Yeah.
You made me curse. And cursing is a sin. Don't you understand?
Okay.
I'm only trying to help you to see.
Uh-huh.
This is not you, don't you understand? You are not yourself. And deep down inside, you know it as much as I do.
You know it. You know it.
Mm-hmm.
So, tell me, silly, why is it so hard for you to just let go? Your place is here, in the realm of the dead. So just let yourself fall. It only hurts in the beginning, you know? Then it's like falling asleep. Please, my child, we miss you so much. Little sister wants to play with you again.
Play with you. Play with
And the
you.
two of us, we could go hunting again, like back in the old days. Find ourselves a nice deer, and then have a good, juicy piece of meat for dinner.
Uh-huh.
But do you even listen to me?
Yeah.
Hey, you're not supposed to
Oh, that's
leave
right.
yet. You're already here. So why don't you just stay? Please, child, stay with us. Stay with us. Stay with
No,
us.
I'm okay.
Stay with us. Stay with us. Stay with
me.
us.
Did you hear that? It said, "Stay with
Stay
me."
with me. Hey, can you hear me? Wake up.
Oh, it was very. Oh, that was so. Okay, hold on. I don't. Was that supposed to be just Bar saying that, or was that somebody else saying that?
Bad dreams?
You could say that again. Okay, hold up. If that was somebody else besides just Bar saying, "Stay with me," that is creepy as hell. I don't know. I don't know if that was intentional or not, but that's cool. That gave me goosebumps. Yeah, the one I told you about.
Anyway, it's over now. And we're lucky we woke up at all.
Yeah, I agree.
That raft Korek put us on was about as seaworthy as a paper ship. But thank the sun, that fisherwoman over there took us in. She's headed for Duneville, and we should arrive soon.
Okay. How long have I been out for?
A couple of hours. That spell Korek's mute buddy put on you must have been quite a doozy. They felt a blow to the back of the head would suffice for me. Guess I was the lucky one.
I see. Did you hear what happened? Arenthio and Korek's conversation?
Yeah. That guy should really go easier on the bottle, if you ask me. But it seems that the thousands who follow him see things differently. As if the High Ones alone weren't threat enough. Now they have a self-proclaimed messiah to back them up. That's just peachy.
I'm not sure I even understood what Korek wants from it. To destroy the beacon? So that means war.
Well, as I heard it, he thinks the cleansing is evolution.
Yeah.
We become higher beings. We ascend to a new level of existence, so to speak. And he thinks the reason for the red madness in Enderal is that people still haven't learned the truth about the death of the Lightborn. They're still superstitious, so the sickness weeds them out. Natural selection.
Darwin.
And yeah, it sounds absurd. I guess people always see what they want to see.
That's true.
I'm afraid so. According to the fisherwoman, the first of Korak's battleships have already arrived near Duneville.
Uh-oh.
It'll take them a while to get the rest of their fleet over here from Narim, but still. Enderal isn't ready for this. Not at all. Most guards haven't tried their weapons on anything other than training dummies. Or at the most, bandits. In other words, we're screwed.
So what now?
Well, I guess first of all, we should be grateful we made it out alive. I bet that if Korek would have known your role in all this, we'd be as dead as doornails by now.
I agree with that.
Once we arrive in Duneville, we should get back to Ark as soon as possible. I'm sure Arenthio and the others have already written us off as dead. I suggest you ask the fisherwoman how much farther it is to the village.
Okay. What about you?
Well, I suppose first of all I'll go get my pay. Regardless of what transpired, we fulfilled our mission. After that, I don't know. War is an entirely different story, and ending up beaten to a pulp with a damned warhammer certainly isn't on my priority list.
Yeah. So you're gonna run for it? Only a coward would run now. You're part of all this, whether you like it or not.
Maybe. The Order might be powerful here in Enderal, but compared to Narim's army, it's a joke. And maybe... On the other hand, if we don't manage to stop the cleansing from happening, it won't make a difference if I'm here or on Calais. Oh, my, what did I get myself into? I feel like a bloody marionette in a goddamn play.
You're telling me. I prefer to have you help fighting us. Wait, what? Help us fight? Let me try that one again. I prefer to have you helping us fight Narim, rather than on the beach in Calais. If that's worth anything.
It is. Even though the Calais beach would probably be better for my health than joining your cause.
Yeah.
Enemy invasions, mysterious corpses. You seem to attract trouble wherever you go.
Well, I tell you
As
what,
we've seen
after we
more than
save
once
the
now.
world, let's do that.
You know, there's one thing I just couldn't get out of my head since all this started. Does mankind deserve to be saved? I mean, have we as a species really made this world a better place? What have we accomplished apart from bloodbaths and wars in the name of the true gods or the right way to see things? And even now that we have a common enemy, we fail spectacularly to pull together. That's pathetic somehow, isn't it? Just pathetic. Heck, I sound like the biggest cynic alive. Let's stop here before it gets any worse. Go talk to the fisherwoman.
He makes a good point, especially in, I'm going to date this video probably, but it's election year of 2024, right? So if you're watching way into the future, you know, this is a pretty big one, I think. That's very interesting that he's talking about that. Because we all want kind of the same end goal, but we're all disagreeing on how to get to that end goal. Which is very odd, but it is what it is. Alright, are you okay with... Wait, are you okay? By the way, you seem kind of troubled.
You're really curious, aren't you? But yes, there is something that troubles me, apart from the obvious. It's my sister.
Yep. What about her?
Well, I told you that we haven't talked much since... You know, since the thing with our family happened.
Mm-hmm.
A couple of moons before we met, I wanted to change that, and I went to see her at the League of the Apothecary in the Frostcliff Mountains.
Okay.
But she was gone,
Oh, no.
just like that. And no one knew where she went. It's been troubling me for quite some time now. It's probably nothing, but still.
She probably
I'm
joined some
worried.
cult. Every day like the last part 3. Okay, well I'll keep a lookout for your sister, Jaspar. Okay, lady, what are you doing out here all by yourself?
Ah, you're awake.
Yep.
How are you? No offense, but you look battered.
Yeah, it's been a day. Not bad under the circumstances, I suppose. Thank you for saving us.
Don't thank me. I only did what every other path-abiding citizen would have done as well. Your friend, he told me about the Naramis. War. I have trouble believing it.
It is true, but the Order will protect you. In any case, you should get prepared. Chances are they will attack the coastal villages first.
Oh, how very reassuring to hear that. But I guess we're well off in Duneville. As long as they don't break through the cavern gate, there's no way they can get inside the town. Of course, that doesn't apply to the plantations and mines. Oh, blazes. Such chaos. Those bloody Naramis. Nothing is sacred to them anymore, is it? For millennia there was peace between the lands of the civilized world. And now this. They're heretics, if you ask me. No more and no less. They should be hung from trees, all of them. Anyway, I guess it's best if you rest a little more. As I said, you look as though you need it. I'll wake you up when we arrive.
Okie dokie.
I will do our best. I didn't think I'd ever say this, but right now I'd give a lot for the Art Guard to be here instead of these Duneville watchdogs. At least they know how to wage a war.
Esme?
In any case, you should get back to the Sun Temple
What?
as soon as possible. And show those
hold-
Naramis bastards whose country this is.
We will. And again, thanks for your help.
Don't mention it.
So, we should be back within range of the teleport runes. I'm gonna head straight back to the temple. See you there.
Okay, see you, Jaspar. Sorry, we were very rudely interrupted by this courier who said, Esme, what about her?
Then you know her.
I do.
Great, then you're the one she wanted me to find.
Oh, cool.
She wouldn't give me a full name, but she asked me to give the man fitting her description this. Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to push on.
Okay. Message from Esme added to the inventory. Okay. Where would that message be? Not in this. No. It would be in this one. No, those are keys. Oh, duh.
Meet me at the old lighthouse near Duneville. Esme.
Oh, Esme. Not Esme. It's Esme. Okay. Meet me at the old lighthouse. Huh. Okay. Well, honestly, let's go do that. We've been waiting so long to see Esme. I want to go see her before we report back to Aranthiel. Alright. Here is Esme. Long time no see. Out in the middle of a sandstorm in the middle of the night. Hello.
I was wondering if you'd come.
Of course I would come. What is this place? Why are you here?
No idea. I discovered it by accident.
Okay, fair enough.
But there's something about it, isn't there? It helps me clear my head. It helps me think.
Yeah. How are you? It's been a while.
Good question. Shall we go up? The view from up on the roof is great.
Of course. Yeah, let's go.
My, look at that.
Whoa!
If it weren't for the bone rippers and the bandits, this place would be almost picturesque.
Yeah,
wouldn't
I
it?
mean, it is picturesque.
Tara would have liked it.
Or sitting. Hello.
I'm sorry.
Oops.
My
That's weird.
emotional outburst in that ruin. It was uncalled for.
Yeah, that's okay.
I shouldn't have said those things.
It's alright.
Neither to you, nor to Tara. To her memory, that is.
Why? You were right. Tara acted selfishly. You had every reason to be upset. I understand completely.
Thanks. You know, Tara once tried to explain to me what it's like to live that black fog. We had just spent a wonderful evening together, and we were sitting on a beach. Not unlike this one.
Okay.
We kissed and cuddled, and then all of a sudden, she started crying. I tried to comfort her, but it was pointless. She just cried and cried, for almost an hour. At one point she told me that she was sorry. That she was sorry for being how she was. That there was nothing she wanted more than to be different. But that it was out of her control. The fog. It's always there. And there are moments when it just overwhelms you, no matter how hard you try to fight it. Don't you see? She didn't choose to be that way. And she told me that the worst part of it all was seeing how much her suffering dragged me down right along with her.
So, I have been through a very similar experience to what she is describing right now. Where there was a girl I really liked at one time, and we were getting super close. And I remember one night she just started just crying, and I tried my best to comfort her that I could, but she was just like, like basically word for word, it's like, I'm sorry, I don't know why I'm like this, but I am. I'm trying to do better, but it's not working. And it was the whole conversation, like, you deserve better, and that kind of stuff. So it eventually didn't end up working out. So that, what Esme is feeling right now is hitting very close to home right now. I was not expecting that to come out of this. That's insane. I understand why now that people think that this is one of their most highly regarded games. Okay, let's continue on. She felt like a burden.
Yes. I don't even understand what it is that you love about me. All I do is drag you down. Strange, isn't it? Now that I'm telling you all this, I understand her. But back then, I just didn't.
Yeah.
I couldn't.
How do you feel about what she did now?
Good question. Of course, I still struggle understanding why she did it. And the fact that she's gone. It breaks my heart. It just breaks my heart. I wish I could travel back in time and tell her that I will stand by her, no matter how she is. And that she never was, or could ever be, a burden to me. Don't get me wrong. I don't blame myself for her decision. Joining this cult, giving her life. It was her choice, and she didn't do it out of malice. But I just wish I could have somehow made her realize that it always gets better. That the two of us might have eventually beaten the fog someday.
Yeah. That's always a tough thing to try and get people with that certain mindset to understand in the moment, because in that moment all they see is that darkness, and they are just not able to see anything past that. And it's nothing against them. I understand it's a really hard place to be in, but man, it's just a tough situation overall to be on the outside looking in, being like, I promise it's gonna be okay, but in their mind it's like nothing's gonna be okay ever, and that's hard to deal with. People like Tara can only help themselves. That's the sad truth.
I know. But maybe we can somehow make it easier for them.
Yeah.
Of course, there are still so many questions. Most of all, who that veiled woman really is, and what she needed those people for. But I'm guessing we won't get an answer to that. Who knows? Maybe what she said was right. And Tara's sacrifice really wasn't for nothing. We'll never know.
What now?
Well, I'll see. I guess I'll travel back to Kyle, to my clan. If I find a ship that's still willing to cross the Red Sea, that is. Ah, and here. I promised to give you this, didn't I?
It's Kaztharazio. Pendant.
An amulet, yeah. It's an old heirloom, and you should have it. And no, don't say anything. You risked your life for me, without the prospect of loot or treasure. I'll never forget that. Never.
Thank you.
Thank you. How about you, though? What are your plans?
Well, I have to go save the world. Well, you just missed the whole thing, Esme. We were like, me and Jaspar were out doing these crazy things. We found this old ancient train, fought a bunch of undead things, and then we met the general of the Neremese army, and he ended up capturing us, and then they talked to Aranthiel, and now there's a war that's going to start here on this coastline that we're sitting on right now. That only happened in the last 24 hours. Probably the entire time that you've been sitting on this on this place. Good lord. I'll play it by ear. There's something important I need to take care of.
Why doesn't that surprise me? Well then, I'll stay here for a little longer. The sea, the moon, the night sky. I know it sounds dramatic, but they help to ease my mind.
Well then, see you around. Why don't you stay in Enderal? I'm on a mission for the Holy Order, and we could use someone with your talents.
With my talents?
Yes.
You mean never sticking to an agreement, uncontrollable emotional outbursts,
Yep.
and running away screaming at the sight of a puss bug?
Yes.
I'm not sure, but something tells me that this mission of yours needs someone with a different skill set.
Nope.
Keep your chin up. I'll see you around.
Dang. So I wonder if that's something that had to do with the... Ooh, level 51. If that was something to do with... like the affection meter or whatever. Was mine not high enough for her, and so she's not sticking around? Oh well. I don't know, that seems like a pretty good ending to her storyline, though. Like she said, she probably wouldn't be able to do a whole lot, but at the same time, she's basically just like a female Jaspar, right? Like, Jaspar's just a normal dude. He doesn't have anything special going on with him. So, I don't know. I agree with her in a way, but then alternatively, I also don't agree, but it is what it is. That was good, though. I like that we had that conclusion. That felt nice. And she's still up there. How do I get up there? Can I go back up there? Or do I have to go inside? No? Okay. So she's just gonna sit up there. Well, Esme, it was an absolute pleasure to meet you. I hope we do see her again. She was probably one of my favorite characters. I probably did screw up the whole affection thing, to be honest. I know a couple of you have talked about that in the comment section in the previous videos. That I have screwed it up, but I didn't do it intentionally. It just, the dialogue just didn't feel, I don't know. I just picked what I wanted to pick. It is what it is. But, yeah. Well, we'll see you around, Esme. But we have to go back to arc, which I think I might have. I do. I do.
That's ridiculous. We have to at least try to negotiate.
You know his demands. There's no basis for negotiation.
He has not seen what we have seen. The writings, the memories of the Prophet. If he just realized...
My dams? My sirs?
Shit. What took you so long? And where is Constantine?
He's dead.
That's a long story.
Yeah, he's no longer with us, unfortunately.
And those were his final words?
Yeah.
I can't believe it.
Simply another victim of the High Ones. If we do not activate the beacon soon, he won't be the last.
Oh, right. The beacon. If it's activated, we'll simply glow the red madness away, won't we? Or maybe we could, for once in all this, do something that actually makes sense, and focus our resources on finding an alchemistical or thaumaturgical solution to this problem, rather than trusting in a pile of scrap metal.
Oh, by the Prophet's ass, won't you just shut up for a minute? All day long you do nothing but babble, getting on our nerves, and nothing you ever say gets us any closer to a fucking solution. So why don't you just shove off to one of the bathhouses? Go torture the washerwomen with your never-ending lamentations. That would be helpful for a change.
You will take that back.
Will I? Come here and make me. I'd be delighted.
Blasphemy!
Guard your
This
tongue,
is blasphemy!
wild mage, or...
Or what? Are you gonna kill me? That's what you do best, you and your fucking order.
Silence! You are angry, Lishari Pegast, and I understand why. But in the moment you let that anger destroy this alliance, Firespark's sacrifice will have been in vain. Is that what you want? Is that what you want?
No. No, it isn't.
Good. I am tired of this endless bickering. We have a responsibility, and
I can't
we
turn my head
will
that far.
fulfill it.
There we go.
Well said, Aranthio. And how exactly do you think we are going to do that? Without the sources, the beacon is as worthless as a heap of rusty iron.
The chroniclers are on it, and they will find the answer. Novice, tell Commander Aaron to join us. We need to plan the defense of the land. You, Prophet, will come to me as soon as you have recovered. Now, let us get to work.
Please, Tilo, Jorik is right. A war with Nerim? This is madness.
I know that it is going to be tough, but we have no choice. The beacon is all that we have.
Yes, the beacon! The beacon! The beacon! We don't even know what this thing does, let alone if it will work. If you start a war only because of that damn machine, it means putting the lives of thousands at risk, only because of some vague idea. This is ludicrous, Tila. It's entirely irrational. The man I knew would never have acted like this.
Yes, because that man is dead. I've made decisions driven by fear and selfishness before, and they were always wrong. I will not let that happen again. Seriously, Natara, stop acting as if this were about reason. You're just afraid of making sacrifices for what you believe in. You always were.
Sacrifices. This is about your damn pride, Tilor. Nothing else.
Oh. Sorry. It's alright, Tilor. It's okay.
The sun be praised you've made it. Constantine. He didn't deserve this.
Should have waited till I come around the corner. Stop. What am I doing? Cancel.
Fair.
He acted as if he was possessed.
Then none of us are strong enough. Yeah, Constantine wasn't exactly the most approachable fellow, but he was a damn skilled mage. I have to talk to you as soon as possible. It's about the seal in that letter we found on the mercenaries in Old Rashengrad. I believe I'm onto something.
Okay. What?
Their client is from Enderal. From Ark, to be more precise. Let's not talk here, though. Meet me in the Dancing Nomad. I'll be in the first room upstairs, right at the end of the staircase. And hurry.
Okay. Why so secretive?
Well, why do you think? Come to the Dancing Nomad after you've spoken with Oranthiel. See you there.
I will see you there. Confront. This is to be. Okay. Hold on. Yes. Where's he going? Come back. Okay, so let's go see finally Shari. After we talk to this guy. Wow, it's fast. Oh! Oh, this wasn't up here last time. I guess that makes sense. That's where they put it. Okay. Hello. I can't seem to interrupt. Oh, there we go. What was that about? Your argument with Natara the Emporium?
Irrelevant.
Okay.
This madman, Koarek. He has completely reshuffled the cards. Now we not only have to deal with the High Ones, but also with him and his fanatics. However, there's also good news. You have probably seen it already.
You managed to reconstruct the beacon.
Physically, yes. And we also know how it works now, and how it can put an end to the cycle.
How?
It is easier than we thought. The beacon was constructed for one thing, to destroy the High Ones. Once reconstructed, infused with energy and activated, lit, as the Pyreans called it, it can banish the High Ones from this plane of existence.
Okay.
Immaterial, indeed. Essentially, they can be compared to the cold or to shadows. Omnipresent elements, yet we cannot touch them. Energy, if you will. However, there is a counterpart to each energy. Cold and fire, shadow and light. The High Ones and the beacon.
So you mean that the beacon is some kind of counterpart to what the That's literally what he just said.
Yes. Imagine a torch driving away the darkness in the moment it is ignited. This is what the beacon can do, except that the banishing will be permanent.
That sounds good. What's keeping us from lighting it?
Yes, as I said, it needs to be infused with energy before it can be lit. I take it you have noticed the 3 sockets on its base. They are what it draws its power from. Once they are filled, the beacon can be ignited and the High Ones will be undone, once and for all. At least, if the old writings are true. The only thing left for us to find out is what these energy sources are. But we are close. Give the Arcanists some more time and I will let you know if there's any news. In the meantime, get equipped accordingly. Some of the Neremes have landed already, and outbreaks of the Red Madness become more and more frequent as we speak.
Okay.
No, there are not enough, and we must keep the few there are in our possession, in case anything unexpected should happen. The only thing we can do to stop the madness is to destroy the High Ones as soon as possible.
Okay, so this one right here, where I was talking to the High Ones, that one seems pretty important to share.
What?
Sees himself as one of the emissaries too.
Really? That's interesting. Provided this is true, that means that the emissaries aren't just people who fight the cleansing. They are people who fight for it too. And that also means that whoever granted us our powers and our purpose isn't an enemy of the High Ones, but a neutral party.
Oh, that's a good point. Somebody else is kind of doing all this.
I beg your pardon.
That's what they said.
What? And the same goes for me? That's ridiculous. They wanted to deceive you, to sow discord. I saw the threat the cleansing posed before anyone else did. And without me, we would have never come that far. Something changed inside me since I fled from my prison. I feel it. And it is the same thing that made you a part of all this. Now, enough of this.
I was just relaying information that was given to me, my friend.
Prophet.
Okay. Oh, wait. Still want me to talk
Yes.
to you?
Well, it's only fair to tell you. You've always been honest to me, so I will do the same.
Okay.
Have you ever heard of the Night of the Thousand Fires?
Can't say that I have.
Between 8,192 and 8,202, there was an underground movement in Kira called the Red Half Moon. They were brought into being by a group of intellectuals and philosophers who, under all the freedom of thought Saldrine granted them, started questioning the reign of the Golden Queen, and thus the Lightborn themselves.
Freedom of thought that Saldrine granted them?
Saldrine saw himself as the god of knowledge, and accordingly he reigned his country. In Kira, no opinion is forbidden, which is why it is home to countless magic schools and universities, where people do nothing but discuss the reason for being all day long. An appealing thought if you hear it for the first time, but a cunning people isn't easy to reign. There have been more revolts and riots in Kira than bones in a graveyard, and the Red Half Moon was the worst of them.
So this Red Half Moon tried to end the reign of the gods.
Correct, just as my son did. But other than him, they fought like cowards. Terror, dust crystals planted in the marketplaces, and assassinations, you name it. If they killed innocents, they blamed the Golden Queen, and if they killed her soldiers, they celebrated themselves as liberators. However, they never succeeded in putting her down, and neither did she in destroying them, which is why the court turned to the Lightborn for help. A division of the Holy Order led by me, a young keeper of barely 30 winters.
Why'd you have to call him all this way?
None to be taken seriously. You know, not everywhere is the Order as present as here on Enderal, or as it once was on Narim. In Kira, we were ridiculed. I saw the Kiranian keepers who served the Golden Queen. A bunch of decadent gluttons who had dedicated themselves to the court's banquets rather than to the will of the gods. They were pathetic.
So what happened?
A moon after our arrival, we received an anonymous tip on where one of the half-moon spaces was supposed to be located, in a small coastal village. As we entered it, we were greeted by the township's elders, and the villagers themselves had gathered behind them. You should have seen how they stared at us, as if we were plunderers. I should have seen by then that something was wrong.
Let me guess, the entire thing was a trap.
That's what they wanted us to think, and they did a good job at that. A veiled person here, an archer on the rooftops there. I got nervous, because villagers or not, they bested us in numbers, and they had kettled us. Then a man seemed to charge at us, and I gave the order to draw weapons. It was just the spark they needed.
Came to a fight.
No, not a fight. A massacre. The villagers had pitchforks and shepherd staffs, and we had shadow steel swords, let alone the fact that we were trained warriors. I realized that I had made a mistake a split second after it started, but it was too late by then. My men, they slaughtered them all, like pigs. At the end of the day, 300 people were dead, and only 10 of them were keepers.
So, it was all set up.
Well, what better proof of the Lightborn's cruelty is there than a division of keepers who, out of pure wickedness, slaughtered an entire village, women and children included. If the people had already distrusted us before that distrust had turned into hatred, then nothing could have changed that, not even the Golden Queen's heralds. We set sail back to Enderal a week later. 2 years after that, the Red Half-Moon destroyed itself due to infighting. Ironic, isn't it?
I guess. There's no shame in that.
Maybe. The Lightborn and the Grandmaster back at that time showed the compassion I wouldn't grant myself. But I learned one thing, and that is that I will never again let fears about my own life influence my decisions. What happened in Kira was the consequence of my own cowardice, and my unwillingness to give my life for a just cause. That will never happen again.
Fair enough. Okay. Thanks for the chat, dude. Thanks for the chat. So what is our next step? So we have to meet Lashiri in the Dancing Nomad. We also have to meet Kalia in the temple. So is she in this temple or in a different temple? Because if she's here, then I'll just talk to her real quick. Yeah, she's right here. Okay. Kalia! I'm back. What's up?
Saira, good to see you.
It's good to see you too.
I
How
heard
are
about
you?
what happened on Half Moon Island. It's a wonder you and that mercenary made it back alive.
Yeah, it was pretty wild.
But war, it just seems so unreal. How has it come to this? Now we not only have to fight these High Ones, but also some fanatic who thinks he knows best.
Mm-hmm. The way of the world. I was about to say, he'll know to break the game. Nothing better than an unnecessary war while poised at the brink of extinction. Korak seems so convinced that what he's doing is right. It's almost as if the High Ones are using him. Korak will regret opposing us soon enough, believe me.
If they are, then maybe we were foolish to think that the Red Madness is the only weapon at their disposal.
Yeah,
Tell me,
fair.
Saira, how is it possible that our beliefs about what's best for mankind are so different? Why are we so eager to be at each other's throats?
That's just how we humans are, and I doubt it will change anytime soon. Violence often seems like an easy answer, particularly if times are hard, as they are right now. Honestly, I don't know.
Suffering leads to more suffering.
Yep.
Yes, that makes sense. You know what I find so hard to understand?
What?
Why there are so few people who actually care. So few people who feel the need to change something like you and I do. There are moments I just feel so powerless.
Yeah.
As if we all know that if we keep going like this, we're headed for a catastrophe. But instead of changing course, we just stand by and watch. Do you know the feeling?
I do. I mean, you don't understand why so many people are so disinterested? I do, yes, but I stopped agonizing over it. I can't expect everyone to be as idealistic as you are. In the end, we're all responsible only for ourselves.
I don't know. To me, that just sounds like an excuse.
Dislikes that. Whoops.
Whenever I think about it, I find it so hard not to get angry.
Dang it.
Take all those upper city snobs with their colorful garments and exotic perfumes. They could put all that money to such good use if only they wanted to, but no, they don't. Because they just don't give a damn about the poor.
Yeah.
Sometimes I imagine going down there, grabbing one of them by the collar and dragging them down into the Undercity. And there I'd force them to see, just for once. But even that probably wouldn't help. I guess we only care about the things that directly affect us. Who fights against poverty if he's never suffered from it?
Fair point. You do, and that's admirable.
No, it's not.
It is.
It should be what everyone does. And once again, you've had to listen to another deluge of my whining. I guess I'm just not a person for pleasantries. Sorry.
Man, I am really bad at these conversations. I just think you need someone to cheer you up from time to time. Don't be, I actually think the world could use more people like you. No need to be, I enjoy our talks, it's fine, just try not to agonize over these things. Okay, definitely one of these top two. I just think you need someone to cheer you up from time to time. Don't be, I actually think the world could, yeah, we'll use that one. Yes.
Saira, I have to ask you something. You said these things to me. Why?
Because I like you, that's why. Is that a problem?
No, but I just don't think that's a good idea.
Why not?
I'm not made for things like that. I've never felt the need for them, and honestly, I think it's dangerous. At least for me.
Never felt the need to? You're saying you've never had feelings for someone? Sorry, I just don't get it. Why do you think we shouldn't pursue this?
No, never. Because
that's not an answer.
You know a lot about me, Saira, and I appreciate our contact, which is the only reason I just told you all of this. So please, respect my wishes. Let's leave it at that for now. We've still got a lot to do.
Okay.
The first of Quarak's ships will reach shore soon, and we have to be prepared.
Okay. Well, that wasn't a rejection, so she just said, let's continue this later. Interesting. Okay, man, the ladies in my life are rough right now. It's totally me. I am very bad at social cues. Okay, let's go find Lashiri.
Malphas's blessings.
Oh my god, I'm gonna get blamed for this, aren't I?
Well, that's just how he is. Always talking.
Prophet, are you in there?
Kirat, what?
It wasn't me.
What have you done? Watch your tongue, Shari. Be glad that the blood is already dry, or else you'd be nothing but a pile of bones by now.
Please, I could have taken you out.
Forgive me. I just can't believe it. Anyone but Lashari? Yes, I know, Nea. But she was a good woman. We both know that we're not involved in this. So please tell me why you and Lashari wanted to meet up here? Were the two of you close?
Well, why are you here?
It's been a while since there was a man at Lashari's side.
Yeah, she did not want you to know. No, it wasn't like that.
So why?
I don't know. I'll never know. It seems there is a traitor in Ark, someone from among our own ranks. Lashari wanted to tell me who was behind the assault on Alt Russiangrad. But I don't know much about this guy. Should I tell him that? I'm gonna lie.
Your gift. I see. But then who has killed her? This doesn't make any sense. Maybe the murderer has left a clue. We have to search.
Okay. I don't trust him. Why is he here? How would he know that she was here? You know? Oh, okay. He shouldn't have known that she was here, because she only told me. Suspicious Captus bottle.
What's this? Let me see. Yes! This could be our clue.
A glimmer dust bottle. Couldn't that belong to Lashari?
No, certainly not. But come to think about it, it doesn't really help us either. There are so many dust addicts in Ark, it would take years just to count them. Oh, by the name of the sun, I will inform the Order.
Shouldn't we keep searching?
Yes, you do that. But come back to the temple as soon as you're finished, alright? The Archmagister has found something out about those sources we need for the beacon. even though he paid a high price for it.
Discuss the next steps with Lexio.
Some people
That's
just
so
don't
sad.
know
Somebody
their
took all of her
path.
clothes too. That's
Stew, roast pork.
her body still has, what did that say? Some warmth remaining, but she is dead. Man, that sucks. I like Lashari. I was not expecting that to happen. Dang. Well, sorry, Lashari. I tried to get here. Well, you think it was my conversation with Kalia? No, you don't think because I delayed it? No way. That they wouldn't do that. The game's not that sophisticated, is it? Is it really? Oh, that would be so cool if it was. I don't know. Don't tell me. Do not tell me if that's how that was. If that's my fault. Do not say it. Don't do it. I know exactly who's gonna say it. Don't do it. Please don't. Please don't. That's wild. That's cool. Okay. Bye, Lashari. Guess back to the temple.
The fabled prodigy. I hope you can live up to what they say about you.
Move
I
along.
really do.
Huh?
Alright, guys, I'm here.
The prodigy, huh? Apparently we owe you for the shards of this sigil stone. I didn't think I would ever say this, but thank you.
You're welcome, random keeper.
Ah, if it isn't the Prophet. What's wrong? You look troubled.
Lashari's dead. Oh, I can't tell. I don't know who to trust. Oh, that's such a dilemma, isn't it? Oh, the game. I'm fine. Oh, I can't tell people. I can't. I would only trust Jaspar, I think. I only trust Jaspar and Esme. And Kalia. I would trust Kalia with that information. I still can't believe we're at war.
Yes, I understand that. This Korak is a selfish man, blinded by his own pride. That leaves us with even less time to light the beacon. Thank Malphas we finally have a trace now.
Yes. Yuslan told me about that. Does that mean we know what's missing?
At least as far as the sockets go, yes. In the old tablets you found in old Dothugrat, there's talk of black embers, which are supposed to be some kind of energy supply for the machine.
Black embers. Any clue as to what those could be?
This is what we've been asking ourselves over the past few weeks, and then it fell like pelt from our eyes. The Pyreans were talking about the Black Pearls. Old jewels, sometimes known as Blackstones. They appeared for the first time in the Golden Era, and every self-important noble literally fought to get one in his possession. Apparently they originated from Stormwind, the old city in the heart of Arctwind. They changed owners for decades, sometimes by violence, sometimes by gold. The whole thing only stopped when the owners took note of an undesirable side effect, if you like.
Let me guess. These stones were somehow cursed.
No, at least not with any known magic.
Oh.
And that's what's so strange about it. Nevertheless, all of their owners eventually shared the same fate. Countess Katua from Nerim, for example, whose castle burnt down to its foundations. According to a survivor of this tragedy, she was to blame for that. He claimed that he saw her the night it happened, laughing hysterically and dancing in the dining room and summoning waves of fire all around her. She was not previously known to have any magical talent in her.
One day, Nea. One day.
So these jewels somehow gave their owners magical powers?
Correct. Plus, all of them eventually showed similar symptoms of delusion, like those possessed by the Red Madness do. A peculiar coincidence, if you ask me.
That's one way to put it.
Not quite.
Those who owned a pearl tried to get rid of it, or look it up somewhere safe. Eventually they fell into oblivion.
Way to sneak up on somebody,
Tell
dude.
him your
Jeez.
theory, Archmagister.
Yes, of course. We believe that the stones carry energy, pure, uncontrolled magic, and that the High Ones use them for their own purposes.
Okay, you mean the High Ones use these pearls to deliberately drive people into madness?
Correct. The pearls' magic make their owners powerful, but the High Ones befoul them, so to speak. Like a poisoned potion. I know it sounds odd, but the parallels are too striking to ignore. The red shimmer in the victim's eyes, the slow descent into madness, and ultimately this irrational, destructive act of violence.
But all of this happened centuries ago, didn't it?
That's what we think, yes. Nothing else in this world possesses that much raw power.
Which is why you will find them for us.
Of course. I figured as much. Yeah. How do we know where they are?
That's right. But we don't need all of them. The beacon has 3 sockets, and that is how many of the stones we will acquire.
Okay.
Archmagister.
I studied the history of the pearls as a young arcanist, and I think that my notes might give you some hints as to where you should start looking.
Okay.
Give me until tomorrow. By then I will have prepared the relevant excerpts.
Alright. Anything else I should know?
Just come to me whenever you have questions.
And hurry. I take it you have already noticed this, but Nerimi's troops are roaming our land and building outposts, and the Red Madness is also getting worse as we speak.
No, I haven't left Ark yet.
Now go, Prophet. The sooner we find these stones, the better.
Okay.
Yes. Yes, that just might work.
Prophet?
Okay, so I have to now wait until he is prepared with documents, which means I can now continue with In Our Shadows. And maybe try to do some of these other random ones I've got. But we are going to do that in the next episode. So that was an absolutely wild ride. I thoroughly enjoyed this session, probably the most, I think. It wasn't really like action-packed per se, but the story dump was incredible. I liked going to Half Moon Isle with Jaspar, and Constantine turning against us like that. That was kind of cool and unexpected. And then being captured by Korak, learning about the High Ones and stuff like that. That's pretty cool. And now I guess when we go out exploring the world, we'll find a bunch of Nerimi soldiers out there. That's kind of cool. I like that the world itself will change as the story changes. I like mechanics like that. I think it's so cool. We finished, I think, probably that was the last time we're going to see Esme. I doubt she'll come into play later. I feel like I kind of scuffled that love interest. I don't know if she even was a love interest or not. I don't know. But I feel like I might have screwed that one up. But that was a really cool, touching moment between the two of us on the lighthouse. I like that a lot. It hit very close to home for me personally, which I appreciate when games can do that. Talking to Kalia over here. Yeah, Kalia. Tried to get my flirt on a little bit.
Oh, hey.
She wasn't like 100% into it, but she also wasn't 100% against it. So we'll just kind of see how that goes. I'm stuck. Okay, never mind. But yeah, now we're just gonna wait for the Magister to do his thing, and we're gonna go continue and try and meet the what's his name again? I just said it. Therial. Yes. But we'll do that next episode. So thank you all so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed that one. I know this might be a little bit of a longer episode, but totally okay in my books. But yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one, and I hope you have a great rest of your day, evening, night, whatever. So thank you all so much for watching, and yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Bye, guys.
If you batter at his door, say farewell to the world. invincible.